Hi, this is Wanda from Lil Rose Artwork. Today we are going to work on a project that combines a couple of mediums. We're going to be working on an acrylic flow plus resin painting. So lots of fun. We are here again in my house and heading on down to the basement. You know what? If you saw my starfish vase, I might have had a little too much of this one on that project. Don't know, maybe I should leave this home. All right, let's go down to my basement and get to work. Today we're going to do a flow painting, a flow acrylic painting. I have Floetrol or Flood, which I use, silicone, and I have water plus of course my paints, which are all acrylic paints. Most of them are Apple Barrel, some of them are Craftsmart. I will put all the paints in the description box. And the ultimate goal of covering this canvas with our paint is to end up with a background for a resin piece. My paints are mixed with the Floetrol, water, and silicone and being laid out on the canvas, getting ready for a swipe technique. I have sprayed a paper towel with water and am just pulling that over my canvas through the paint for the swipe technique. So we're already getting some nice little cells in there. We're going to wait just a minute. Now, what I also like to do is I will take the paint that is dripped already off into the pan and start touching my sides. I want my sides finished with color. I can always go back and paint. I can use some of this paint that I have in my containers and just dab it on the sides if I like. You can paint it beforehand, your edges. There's a lot of different options. See if my paint moves some. You can tell the weight where your paint is. The weight of my paint right now is right here. I do have a little bit here. I'm afraid I don't have my camera positioned very well, do I? I'm sorry. I've already started putting my image that I'm going to resin onto this canvas. I have outlined it in chalk. Now, if you cannot freehand draw, trust me, I have to look at images to try to do anything. So if you cannot freehand or draw, you can go onto the internet and you can print out a picture. You can either trace around it. I use chalk on here because I can erase it if I make a mistake, and then can redraw it. If you can't outline your image, you can use carbon paper. So of course you would put the carbon paper carbon side down. So all you would do is trace along your image, and then it would leave your drawing on there. So you could do that if you can't draw. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hot glue gun, and as I said before, I'm just tracing out my image. I hope you can see this, but my image is on there. My fish on this one is on there in glue. I added some waves here, some little splashy waves. So this is all set, and what I need to do now is go through and remove all the little hot glue strings. Alright, I'm going to get started on my fish, and I have mixed up my resins. It's just small amounts of resin. I will put all my colors in the description box. And I'm going to start pouring. Now resin, once you start mixing it, you've got about, with this resin, which I'm using as usual, my Naked Fusion Diamond Clarity, and I got about 45 minutes to work with it. So all my colors are mixed up. I have a plan in place, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. It's always a little scary, but we're going to go. It actually is a little bit easier as your resin gets a little bit thicker, but we're going to go with it. So this is going to be a brown trout. Comes in. Let's see if we can do some white dots. Yes. That's going to be the tough part, because you got to get it out of there before you get the little streaky thing. Now, get the little streaks. It's better. Fish is getting there. I'm not happy with, I didn't put in enough resin here, so I'm putting some more in. And yes, is it technically covering what I did? Yes. Do I feel like I can fix it? Yes. So I'm just putting some more in there. I actually did the same thing with the tail. I didn't feel like I had enough resin in. I should have filled it a little higher. I don't want the star of the show to be the glue. I want it to be the resin, so I'm going to mound that up a little bit more. My battery died, so I thought we had that, but just continuing to put on my little dots. At this point, I've decided to make my brown trout really stand out by outlining it with gold paint on the hot glue. I'm going to outline my waves with some white paint, again painted on the hot glue outline. And so I added just this tiny little dragonfly. I had a larger one, but I didn't want to overtake the whole image. And eye is on. I think it turned out really well. very happy with this piece. I hope you had fun. I hope I inspired you.